Hey guys, and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia, the Leisure of Grisaia. So, in the classroom after school, Michiru is glaring intently at the blackboard with a pencil in her mouth. The words, "Let's think of a new kind of club activity," are written on the board with Sachi standing in front of them, chalk in hand. Anyone can tell that this meeting has been going on for too long, as Makina has already fallen asleep with her face pressed up against the desk.
斬新な部活ってなかなか難しいのね。
It sure is hard to think of a new club activity.
お言葉ですが、みちる様、斬新でなくてはいけないものでしょうか。
Pardon me, Michiru-sama, but must the club activity be brand new?
そりゃそうでしょう。どうせやるなら、まだ誰もやってない新しい部活がいいじゃない。
Well, obviously, if we're gonna do club activities, it would be best to at least have them be new and original.
なるほど。おっしゃる通りかもしれません。では来週またここで。
I see. It might be just as you say. Alright then, let's regroup here next week.
ダメ！今決めるの。今がいいの。
No! We're gonna decide now! I wanna do it now!
では、こんな風に考えてみてはいかがでしょう。ゼロから新しいものを作るのは難しいので、既存のものを足すというアイデアです。
Well then, how about approaching it this way? It would be very difficult to think of a new activity from scratch, so maybe it's best to improve on a pre-existing idea.
それってどういうこと？
What does that mean?
あ？
Huh?
あ？
Huh?
つまりバレーボールをビーチでやるとビーチバレーという新しいスポーツになりますね。このように組み合わせで新しいスポーツを作ってその部活動をするというのが。
In other words, if you combine volleyball and the beach, you have beach volleyball. I believe we could create a new sport by combining different things together and then have that be our club activity.
なるほどね。それね。いいわね。採用。私もちょうど同じこと考えてたの。じゃあこれはどうかしら。
I get it. That. I like that. Approved. I was thinking the same thing. Okay. So, what about this?
はい、何でしょうか。
Yes, what is it?
ロッカー剣道。
Locker Kendo.
ほう。一応聞きますけど、それは？
So what exactly is that?
剣道をロッカーの中でやるというアイデアです。
The idea is to hold kendo matches inside lockers.
ロッカーというのは物をしまう収納でおなじみのロッカーでしょうか。
When you say locker, you mean the place where you usually store your belongings? That kind of locker?
そう、教室の後ろとかにあるあのロッカー。だってさ、ビーチでバレエをやるんならさ、ロッカーで剣道してもいいじゃない？
Right, like the locker at the back of the classroom. If you can do volleyball at the beach, why can't you do kendo in the locker?
するの
God
は
damn it.
自由ですが、多少手狭ではないかと。
You're free to do what you wish, but I believe it will be fairly cramped in there.
よし、物を試しよう。一回やってみよう。サチ、あのロッカーの中に移動。
Alright, time to try it out. Let's give it a go, Sachi. We're getting inside that locker.
いや、みちる様、さすがにロッカーの中は。
No, Michiru-sama, I think the locker is a bit...
これは予想以上に真っ暗かつ手狭ね。失敗だわ。
It's even darker in here than I thought, and tight. This is a no-go.
予想通りと言った方が適切ですね。
I suppose it would be most polite if I said just as I expected.
二人だとぎゅうぎゅうになるのね、ロッカーって。
Lockers sure are tight with 2 people inside.
本来二人用ではありませんからね。一人用でもないですけど。
They weren't made for 2 people to fit inside in the first place. Not that they were made for 1 person either.
これだけ近いと吐息が顔にかかっちゃったりするのね。
Ooh, when you're this close, the other person's breath gets on your face.
何せ手狭ですからね。
Yes, after all, it is very cramped in here.
なんかサチってさ、甘い香りしない？
Sachi, is it just me, or do you smell kind of sweet?
そうでしょうか。自分ではわかりません。
Really, I can't tell myself.
いや、まあいいんだけど。
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter.
は
Huh.
あ、暑いわね。ムシムシしてくるわね。
Sure is hot in here. Getting kind of steamy.
そうですね。体勢をちょっと変えましょうか。
Indeed, maybe we should try and change positions.
そうしましょう。なんか当たってるんだけど、これ何？
Yeah, let's. It feels like I'm touching something. What's this?
それは私の体の一番柔らかい部分ですね。
That would be the softest part of my body.
こっちは？
Oh, then what's this?
そこは2番目に柔らかい部分ですね。
That is the second softest part.
この2番目の部分、ちょっと湿ってるけど。
I have to say it in that voice. All right, here we go. The second part is kind of wet.
すみません、汗ばんでしまって。
My apologies. I've gotten quite sweaty.
いいのよ。別にそれはいいのよ。
It's fine. Yeah, it's totally fine.
みちる様。
Michiru-sama?
何よ。
What?
正直、ムラムラしてきました。
To be perfectly frank, I've gotten kind of hot and bothered. Huh? Ah!
みちる様、大丈夫ですか？ペタペタペタ。
Michiru-sama, are you alright? Touchy, touchy, touchy.
大丈夫だから、必要以上に触らないでよ。
I'm fine. Stop touching me more than necessary.
ですから、性的に興奮してきてしまいましたし、下着がいい感じに恥ずかしい状態になっていますし。
Alright. Alright, looks like I've got to read this with a straight face. As I said, I've become sexually aroused, and the current state of my underwear is quite embarrassing. In a good way.
恥ずかしい状態ってどういう状態よ。女同士なのよ。それなのに。
What do you mean by embarrassing? We're both girls, you know. Even then.
それなのにです。聞いていただけますか？
Yes, even then. Would you please listen to what I have to say?
聞いてみる。
Sure. I'll bite.
こうしてほてった肌が触れ合うと、たとえ相手がみちる様でも妙に性的な高まりを感じる自分を否定できません。ご安心ください、みちる様。私はこう見えて口が硬いんです。
When I brush up against another person's hot skin like this, I can't deny that I feel a strong increase in sexual arousal, even if the other person is you, Michiru-sama. But be at ease, Michiru-sama. However, it may look I'm actually very good at keeping secrets.
このロッカールームで起こったことは全て秘密にします。
I shall keep everything that happens in this locker a secret.
無論、みちる様が言って回れというのでしたら、恥ずかしさはありますが、若さゆえの過ちとして公表することもやぶさかではありません。
Of course, although I would find it embarrassing, I could publicize the story as a youthful mistake, if you so desire.
しかしここはやはり2人だけの秘密としておくべきなのだと思います。私の性的な対象は男性です。
However, I believe it would be best to keep this a secret between the two of us. My sexual preferences is for men.
ですが、この年代の少女というのは思春期ならではの不安定なジェンダーを抱えているのです。
As an adolescent girl, though, it's only natural that I would have an unstable gender
で
identity.
すから、何かのきっかけで女同士でということがあっても何の不思議はないのです。そんなことが実際あるのかと聞かれたら、あるのですと私は答えます。
That's why it wouldn't be strange for this to spark something between us, even if we're both girls. If you were to ask me if anything like this happened before, then yes, it has. Holy shit!
そしてそのジェンダーの揺らぎこそが今この瞬間の胸の高鳴りなのではないかと思います。
I believe this pulsing I feel in my chest right now is in fact due to my unstable gender identity.
みちる様、今私の手がみちる様のお世辞にも大きいとは言えないその胸に触れそうで、しかし触れない絶妙な位置にあります。
Let's take a good look. Boop.
あと数
Oh shit! I didn't read
た
it.
った数ミリ手を動かせば、
Fuck.
みちる様のぷっくりとした桜色の乳首に触れることができるでしょう。しかし私はそれをしません。
If I were to move my hands just a few more millimeters, I'm sure I could touch your pert, pink nipples. But I won't.
なぜか
This is supposed to
そ
be
れが
for.
なぜかなぜならみちる様の許可が必要だからです。これから起こる一時の姫事はどちらかの強要であってはいけません。
I am so sure that when I read this, the visual novel is supposed to be for all ages, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. For some reason, yes, for some reason, I need your permission. The secret things that are about to happen, if just for a fleeting moment, must not be forced.
お互いにそれとなく共犯とでも言うのでしょうか。いけないことだとは知っていながら止めることのできない性欲。
We mustn't be too direct in our actions towards each other. I suppose you call us accomplices, both enticed by an unstable lust, though we know it is forbidden.
青い果実のように熟れてはいない、まだ芯の残る、だからこそ美しい、そんな性的な経験を味わおうではありませんか。
It's like young fruit, yet to ripen on the branch, but that kind of makes it all the more delicious. Wouldn't you like the taste of that kind of sexual experience?
いいえ、わかります。急にそんなことを言われても、みちる様とてどう返答をしたらよいものかと怖がっているご様子さえ手に取るようにわかるのです。
No, I understand. I know full well that if I tell you all this so suddenly, you will be afraid to answer my proposal.
でもね、みちる様、それはこの小峰幸とて同じこと。
But you know, Michiru-sama, Sachi Kamine is my name, is just as afraid as you are. Sachi Komine?
朝
Komine?
に匂い
I
は
think?
しないかしら。毛の処理は大丈夫かしら。さっきおトイレに行っておけばよかったわ。などなど思うことはたくさんあります。
Do I smell sweaty? Did I shave last night? Maybe I should have gone to the bathroom a little while ago. All these thoughts are running through my mind, you see.
だがね、みちる様。だからこそだ。
And yet, Michiru-sama, that is exactly why.
そのような戸惑いや迷いを振り切って、二人の肌がより接近した瞬間にこそ、今まで味わったことのない快楽が生まれるのではないでしょうか。
Holy crap, she's into this. That is exactly why we must discard our worries and anxieties. As our bodies draw closer together, we are bound to see blossom a kind of pleasure we have never tasted before.
いいんです。最初はキスから始めましょう。唇を重ね、舌を差し込み、お互いの体温を感じるところから全ては始まるのです。
It's alright, let's start with a kiss. It will all begin with our lips overlap, and our tongues enter each other's mouths, and we feel each other's bodies heat.
お互いの唇の感触に頬を染めることで、私とみちる様がこうしてロッカーの中にいることの本当の意味が理解できるのではないでしょうか。
When our lips lock and our cheeks redden, I believe we will understand the true significance of our being inside this locker together in guard.
ど
The violent movement of the locker is accompanied by a loud noise, which causes Makina to wake up in the fright. When she looks behind her, the door of the locker slowly begins to open. Hit on the head with the broom, Michiru collapses to the ground. Phew!
サチン、これどういうことなのよさ。
Sachin, what do you do?
みちる様とロッカー剣道をやることになったんだけど、ご覧の通り油断させてからの面。この一本で私の勝ち。
Michiru-sama and I started a match of locker kendo, and as you can see, I struck her in the face when she let her guard down. I won with a single strike.
ロッカー剣道。 狭い国土の日本にぴったりのスポーツなのよさ。
Like a Kendo. That's a perfect sport for Japan, being such a small nation and all.
武士道の精神にものっとってるしね。
Not to mention that you really get into the Bushido spirit.
お
Oh!
お
I'll let that speak for
死
itself.
んだの？
She dead?
生きてるよ
No, she's alive.
多分。
Probably.
頭痛い。
Alright guys, but that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.